Hello everyone, this is Sri Guru. Today we are going to continue the units and measurement chapter. In the previous video we have discussed fundamental quantities, derived quantities, and how we can convert degree to radian, radian to degree, and advantages of SI units. In this video we are going to discuss about the dimensional formula. Dimensional formula means if you want to write any derived physical quantity in terms of the fundamental quantities, we have to express it. We can express derived quantities in terms of the fundamental quantity. But when we are writing the derived quantity in terms of the fundamental quantity, we are raising the powers of the fundamental quantities. Powers means indices term, ಘಾತಾಂಕಗಳು ಅಂತಾರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕನ್ನಡದಾಗ. ಹೌದಾ? ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ ಸತೆ. ಈಗ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ನಾನು ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಬರಿಬೇಕು, ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟೀಸ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಬರಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅವು ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೋಮೋಜಿನಿಟಿನ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೋಮೋಜಿನಿಟಿ ಹಾಗಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ? ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೋಮೋಜಿನಿಟಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ದ indices terms of the LHS term is there, the same dimensions should be RHS terms must be have. Such quantity, such type of equation is called homogeneous equation. ಹೌದಾ? ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಈಗ ಸದ್ಯ ಒಂದೇನೋ ಬರೀತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿಪ್ಪ, ಲೈಕ್ ಎಂ ಎಲ್ ಟಿ. ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ನಾನು m raised to a, l raised to b, t raised to c ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಇದೆಪ್ಪ. ಹೌದಾ? This must be equal to m raised to x, l raised to y, t raised to c. ಇದು ಮಾತ್ರ such type of equation is known as homogeneous equation. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ this a must be equal to x, b must be equal to y, and c must be equal to z. Then only we can say that this equation is homogeneous equation. ಹರ್ ಎಲ್ ಎಂ ಎಂ ಟಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ ನಾನು. ಓಕೆ, ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಆಲ್ ದ derived physical quantities can be expressed in terms of the fundamental quantity by raising their powers. Such equation is called dimensional formula. Correct? ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ dimensional formula ಬರೆಯಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ whenever you are writing the dimensions of the physical quantity, you have to express it in a square bracket. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ ನಲ್ಲೇ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. Right? If you use the round bracket, it is wrong. Or if you write in a flower bracket, it is also wrong. This is the right method to express the dimensional formula. Okay? Right. ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡಿ. Different physical quantities are having the different symbols. Fundamental quantities. The first one, length. Length is a fundamental quantity. But what is the dimensions of the length? Dimensions of length is L. Similarly, second, mass. The dimensions of mass is m. Correct? Third, time. The dimensions of time is t. Fourth, electric current. The dimensions of electric current is A. Five, temperature. The dimensions of temperature is K. Next, sixth, amount of substance. Amount of substance, dimensions more. Next, seventh, luminous intensity, CD. But these we will not use much when we are writing the other physical quantities. We have to remember length, mass, time, electric current, temperature. ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾತ್ರ ನೀವು ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ನೆನಪಿಡಲೇಬೇಕು. You have to remember these L, M, T, A, K. Okay. Now we are going to write the dimensions of these derived physical quantity here. Volume is a derived physical quantity. Velocity is a derived physical quantity. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಹೇಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂದೊಂದೇ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಬರೋಣ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇದನ್ನಷ್ಟು ನೀವು ಬರೆದಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ. ನಾವೊಂದು ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ವಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ. ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ ನೀವು ನೋಡಿದ್ರಿ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಿ. ಕಾಮನ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಒಂದು ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ದಾಗ ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮೆಜರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ತಗೋತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಮೇಡಮು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಲೋಗಾರಿಥಮ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ತಗೋತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಬರಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾ ಮಾಡಿರುವಂಥ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮೆಜರ್ಮೆಂಟನ್ನು ಒಂದು ಸೈಡ್ ಬರಿತಾ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು, ಮೇಡಮ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸೈಡ್ ಬರಿತಾ ಹೋಗ್ರಿ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕನ್ವೀನಿಯೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೋ ಆ ಟೈಪ್ ಬರಿತಾ ಬನ್ನಿ. ಓಕೆ. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ನ್ಯಾಪ್ಶಾಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ತಗೊಳ್ರಿ ಅಥವಾ ಬರ್ದಿಟ್ಕೋತಿದ್ರೆ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ರಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. Now, how we can express this volume, velocity, acceleration, force, work, power, momentum in terms of the fundamental quantities? Look at the first one, simplest area. Area is a derived physical quantity. We can express this area in terms of fundamental quantity. ಹಾಗೆ ಈ ಏರಿಯಾನ ನಾವು ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟೀಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಹೇಗೆ? ಏರಿಯಾನ ನಾನು ಲೆಂತ್ ಇಂಟು ಬ್ರೆಡ್ತ್ ಅಂತ ಬರೀತೀನಿ. ಲೆಂತ್ ಇಂಟು ಬ್ರೆಡ್ತ್. ಹೌದಾ? ಹರ್ ಲೆಂತ್ is a fundamental quantity. Breadth is also nothing but length only. That means by combining the two fundamental quantities we have derived the area. ಹೌದಾ? ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏರಿಯಾ ನಾವು ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಬರಿಬೇಕಪ್ಪ. ಲೆಂತ್ಗೆ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೆ L. ಹೌದಾ? ಇಂಟು ಬ್ರೆಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ? ಲೆಂತ್. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಲೆಂತ್ ಇಂಟು ಲೆಂತ್ L square. This is the dimensions of area. Similarly, ಈಗ volume. Volume is nothing but length into breadth into height. Length into breadth into height. Length is L. Breadth is nothing but length only. And height is also nothing but length. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಯ್ತು? L cube. L raised to 1, L raised to 1, L raised to 1. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಇಂಡೈಸಸ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? 1 plus 1 plus 1. ಹೌದಿಲ್ಲ? ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ 1 plus 1 plus 1 3. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ now we can write the volume. our volume ಗೆ dimension formula L cube. Correct? Similarly, now look at the second one, velocity. Velocity ನೋಡ್ರಿ. Velocity, displacement. Divided by time. But velocity, displacement is nothing but length only. divided by time. Time is having the dimensional formula t. If you take to the numerator, then L t raised to minus 1. When this goes to numerator, then index term 1 become minus 1. ಹೌದಾ? ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ dimensional formula for velocity is L t raised to minus 1. Correct? Next one. Speed is also having the same dimensional formula. Speed. Just here distance divided by time taken ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Distance ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Length ಅಂದಂಗ. ಹೌದು. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ next ನೀವು acceleration. Acceleration. Rate of change of velocity ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಹೌದಾ? Velocity divided by time. Velocity divided by time. That means velocity is having dimensions L t raised to minus 1 divided by time. If you simplify this, if you take this to the numerator, then it becomes minus 1. Minus 1 minus 1 minus 2. L t raised to minus 2. ಇದನ್ನ ನೀವು ನ್ಯೂಮರೇಟರ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರಿಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ t raised to minus 2 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Acceleration is having the dimensions L t raised to minus 2. Correct? Next, force. 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 Formula ಏನಿದೆ? Mass into acceleration. ಹೌದಾ? Is it right? Mass. Mass dimensional formula m. Acceleration L t raised to minus 2. Just we have derived the mentioned the dimensional formula for acceleration here. That is m L t raised to minus 2. It's the formula for dimensions for force is m L t raised to minus 2. Correct? Similarly, work. Work formula ಏನಿದೆ? Force into displacement. Force into displacement. That becomes work. Our force get dimensional formula m L t raised to minus 2. Correct? Displacement is nothing but L raised to 1 into L raised to 1. L raised to 2, t raised to minus 2. Our work is having the dimensions m L square t raised to minus 2. Next, power. Next ಯಾವುದು? Power. Power. Power, work divided by time. Work divided by time. Work dimensional formula is here m L square t raised to minus 2 whole divided by time. Time is t. That is m. If you take this t to the numerator, then it becomes minus 3. L t raised to 2 t raised to minus 3. Now the power is having the dimensions m L square t raised to minus 3. Okay, next, momentum. ಹೌದಾ? ಒಂದು ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. momentum. Take your own time and write down. Formula ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. Formula is mass into velocity, momentum. Mass into velocity, that is momentum. Mass m, velocity l, t raised to -1. Although our dimensions m, l, t raised to -1. Impulse. This is force into time. Impulse. Force into time. Impulse. Force again ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ formula m, l, t raised to -2 into time t. Formula m, l, t raised to -2 plus 1 -1. Our formula ಏನಾಯಿತು m, l, t raised to -1. Now observe here, momentum and impulse are having the same dimensional formula. This means there are some physical quantities are there which are having the same dimensional formula. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಸೇಮ್ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಹೌದಾ? ಇದೇ ಟೈಪ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್, ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ಏರಿಯಾ, or force dimensions ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು? ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ m, l, t raised to -2 divided by area. area ಅದನ್ನ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ದಾಗ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, length into breadth, l into l square. If you simplify this, if this goes to numerator, then it becomes -2. -2 plus 1 -1. That is m, l raised to -1, t raised to -2. m, l raised to -1, t raised to -2. This is the dimensions of pressure. Like that, you can write dimensions of any derived physical quantity in terms of fundamental quantity. ನಾವು ಬರೀ ಎಲ್ ಎಂ ಟಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಟರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಈ ವಸ್ತುವನ್ನು ನಾನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಹೌದಾ? This is how we can write the dimensions of different physical quantity. ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನಾನು ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. ಲೈಕ್ kinetic energy. Write down the dimensions of kinetic energy. Next, frequency. Next, density. ಹೌದಾ? ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಇವಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬರೀರಿ. Write down the dimensions for these physical quantities. Correct? ಹೌದು? ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಲಿ. Okay. There are some physical quantities are there which are having the constant magnitude value. They are called dimensional constants. For example, acceleration due to gravity. Due to gravity, acceleration due to gravity. We represent this acceleration due to gravity as a g, and we know that the value of g is 9.8 meter per second, right? 9.8 meter per second. This 9.8 is a constant value, acceleration due to gravity, right? What is the dimensions for g, this small g? The dimensions of g is meter. Meter is used to measure length, therefore L. And second, per second. Second is used to measure time, therefore t raised to minus 1. This is for acceleration due to gravity dimensions. This is called dimensional constants. Okay. Similarly, we can write the dimensional constants. Another example is can you heard about the capital G, universal gravitational constant G? F is equals to Gmm divided by R square. Gmm divided by R square. You high school lag idನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿರ್ತೀರಾ ಹೌದಾ? This is universal gravitational constant. I want to write the dimensions for capital G. G value. Forget about the magnitude value. It is 6.6 into 10 raised to minus 34. Unit is Newton meter square per kg square. Newton meter square per kg square. This is the unit for capital G, right? Now write down the dimensions. Newton is used to measure force. The dimensional formula for force is mL t raised to minus 2. Meter square, meter, that means length. Her length L square per kg square. Kg is used to measure mass divided by per divided by baritadini square denominator da, or otherwise you can write here kg square. Newton meter square per kg square, correct? However, meter square. After the simplification we get m raised to minus 1. When this goes to numerator, then it becomes minus 2. Minus 2 plus 1, minus 1. L raised to 1, L raised to 2, L raised to 3, t raised to minus 2. This is the dimensions for capital G. Correct? Similarly, you can write the dimensions for Planck's constant. Planck's constant ku ನೀವು ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಅನ್ನ dimensions ಅನ್ನ ಬರೆಯಬಹುದು. Planck's constant. Have you heard about E is equals to h nu? ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೀರಾ? This is the energy of quanta, energy of photon. This h is representing Planck's constant. That is h is equals to E divided by nu. After the simplification we get this here, right? E is representing energy. Energy ge dimensional formula work denideno ಅದೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಫಾರ್ work is also measured in terms of joules only. Energy is measured in terms of joules only. ಯಾವುದೇ type of energy ಇರಲಿ, either it may be a kinetic energy, potential energy, ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಎನರ್ಜಿನೂ ನಾವು ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಕಾಮನ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರ್ತೀವಿ ಜೂಲ್ಸ್. ಹೌದು, ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಈ ವರ್ಕಿಗೂ ಸಹಿತ ನಾವು ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಜೂಲ್ಸ್. ಹೌದಾ? ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಕಾಮನ್ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಇರಬೇಕು. That is m L square T raised to minus 2 divided by nu frequency. Howda? Frequency is nothing but number of cycles per second. Number of cycles per second. Her number of cycles, that is magnitude value. Howda? ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ just frequency ಗೆ dimensional formula T raised to minus 1. Correct? If you simplify this, we'll get m L square T raised to minus 1 goes to numerator, then it becomes plus 1. Plus 1 minus 2 minus 1. This is dimensions of H. Right? Alright. Like that, you can write the dimensions of different physical quantities which are having the constant magnitude value. Such dimensions are called dimensional constant. Okay? ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಇದಾಯ್ತು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಟರ್ಮ್ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಯಾವುದು? Dimensionless quantities. Dimensionless quantities. Dimensionless, that means there are some physical quantities are there, they don't have any dimensions. har ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು physical quantities ಹೆಂಗವಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅವಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು dimensions ಬರೀಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. For dimensionless quantities, ಹೆಸರೇ ಹೇಳಿಕೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ. less means no, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಅದು ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ pi is nothing but it is 22/7 or 3.142, but it is not having the unit illa. It is having only the magnitude value. Therefore, we cannot write the dimensions of pi. It is a dimensionless quantity. Correct? Second, all the numerical value like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to infinity, it is only the magnitude value. They don't have any unit. Therefore, we cannot write the dimensions for numbers. Numbers ಗೆ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಗಳನ್ನು ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, I think you heard this refractive index. Refractive index, it is represented by N. Right? Refractive index N. What is the unit of refractive index? No unit, because it is velocity of light in one medium to the velocity of light in the other medium. When we are taking the same physical quantities ratio, then such quantity unit are get cancelled. The velocity of light in vacuum, it is meter per second. However, in the medium it is also meter per second only. Meter per second get cancelled. Therefore, it is having unitless quantity. When it is having the no unit, then obviously it is not having the dimensions. Therefore, it is dimensionless quantity, refractive index. Similarly, coefficient of friction. It is also dimensionless quantity. Write down it is. Write down it is. Okay. Log. I think in the whatever the madam is teaching the logarithm, they don't have unit log. Log terms. Log terms. They don't have unit. Similarly, all the trigonometric functions is having no unit. Okay. Alright. This is the detailed study of dimensional formula. In the next video, we are going to study applications of dimensional formula. Okay. Thank you.